Let's go ahead and get started with the day's news. Our top story today. President Donald Trump will spend a good part of the day talking up his administration's plans to boost economic development in rural communities. Much of D.C., though, is still talking about a new book that criticizes the president and his staff. The president is moving on. Today, he'll be in Nashville to speak at a farmers convention. Tonight, he'll go to Atlanta to watch Georgia play Alabama for the college football championship. The president had planned to announce his fake news awards today, but in a tweet he said the losers will instead be unveiled on Wednesday, January 17th. Hollywood gathered to honor the stars of film and television last night at the Golden Globes. 3 billboards outside of Ebbing, Missouri took home 4 honors, including Best Drama. Oprah Winfrey became the first African-American woman to receive the prestigious Cecil B. DeMille Award. Nearly all of the women in attendance wore black in solidarity against sexual harassment and gender inequality. Turning to Crime Watch, a murder investigation is underway in Belgrade, where one person is dead and another was wounded in a shooting. Police were called to the 1300 block of Idaho Street on Sunday morning. There they found 2 people with gunshot wounds, but one person has since passed away. Police say they have 1 suspect in custody, but they have not said what led to the shooting. The names of the victims and the suspect have not been released. Now we go to Wyoming, where the Lovell man suspected of murdering his ex-wife will face charges in court today. Police in Lovell found the body of 49-year-old Carol Barnes on Thursday in a home on West 7th Street after family requested a welfare check. Authorities later tracked down and arrested 48-year-old Donald Kraus more than 200 miles away in Mills, Wyoming. Kraus now faces first-degree murder charges in Bighorn County and will have his initial hearing today. Authorities completed an autopsy on Barnes, and the report was submitted to law enforcement. Elsewhere, the weather in western Montana collapsed the roof of an elementary school in Polson. Due to the weight of the melting ice and snow, the roof at Linderman Elementary partially collapsed over the gym and locker rooms. No one was inside at the time, and there were no injuries reported. From the University of Montana campus, the recently appointed president Seth Bodnar has laid out his top 4 priorities. First, Bodnar wants to explore ways to keep on the cutting edge by focusing on the university's current strengths. Second, he emphasized running a tight ship. With limited resources, he stressed being as efficient and focused as possible. Third, he wants to build a supportive community at to cherish diversity and to create a safe environment for everyone. Finally, above all else, Bodnar wants to raise enrollment and retain students until graduation. Bodnar added, quote, "As I continue to build upon my own understanding of our community, I look forward to meeting with many of you on campus and across the state. I will engage our community not only through in-person meetings, but also via social media on Twitter, and will periodically share blog posts. I look forward to your thoughts and feedback." Currently, Bodnar and interim president Sheila Stearns are serving while they transition presidencies. Now on to consumer news. A downtown Billings co-op that shut its doors in the fall will hold an auction for its remaining items. That auction is set for Thursday, January 18th at 10 a.m. Back in October, members voted to dissolve the co-op, which had debts of more than $500,000 at mid-month and assets of about $150,000. The co-op was open for 23 years. Switching gears, an 11-year-old boy from Dutton, Montana is headed to San Diego with his family through the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Levi Wall was diagnosed with a rare condition, but his official diagnosis is still unknown. He had vision and hearing problems as a result of the disease and has fought it since he was a baby. Levi, his parents, and siblings will stay in a condo in San Diego and visit Legoland, the San Diego Zoo, and the beach. During the trip reveal party on Sunday at the Pit Stop Tavern, Levi's parents said they were thankful and overwhelmed by all of the support.
We've gone on a family holiday or vacation. It's all wrapped around going to the doctor and getting surgery or looking for a diagnosis. So we've never really just had a family trip where we just went and were together and could just be a family and enjoy each other. So that is pretty amazing and overwhelming.
Levi and his family leave on Wednesday.